Hey guys, it's Heather from Tomatoes, Puppies, and Everything Gardening. It's a super hot day here in Central Virginia, Zone 7, and I'm actually going to try to get some work done. We have storms rolling in tonight, and there's a few things I want to transplant and do some experiments with. So I thought I would take you along. The first thing we're going to do is come over here in my raised bed area. We're going to dig up 2 honeydew seedlings. You really shouldn't transplant melons, but I'm going to try it because we're going to have a couple days of rain, and I don't have room for 4 honeydew plants on this side of my trellis. So come with me. Let's go get started. There's a lot of other little experiments I'm going to try at Ivy's house today. That's where we're heading. Just have to gather up some supplies and we will be ready to go. We are almost ready to go. I need to go dig up the honeydew seedlings. I'm going to take 2. But look, y'all, I went into Hobby Lobby because I knew their spring stuff was on clearance. It is 66% right now. Soon it'll be, I think, 75. So I went ahead and got some more of these. They ended up being like, I don't know, $10 or $13 each. I think the biggest one was 13. And then I've got those jugs we got to fill up with water before we leave. I did. Remember I wanted this the last time I went to Hobby Lobby, so now it was marked down to 13. So I got it. It might actually be an indoor decoration, like, I don't know, umbrellas or something. And then I'm going to show y'all this piggy. If I can get him out of the bag. Isn't he adorable? He was like 66% of $15. So he's cute. And I have a plan for him. We're going to take the Corsican mint that's self-seeded from last year and put it into the piggy and put it in my raised bed area. So we won't do that today. Today we need to get those jugs filled up, get to Ivy's, because it's like 5,000 degrees. Okay, so I will see you when we get there. Well, I've made it to Ivy's house. It looks like that hardy hibiscus I transplanted from a cutting that I accidentally broke off probably like 3-4 weeks ago. I rooted it in water and planted it probably, what, 2-ish weeks ago. It looks like it's doing fine. The Gara, same thing. Looks like it transplanted well. Let's check on the potatoes real quick and then we'll get into the garden. So they're starting to die back. You can see I keep them covered. From the beginning, I would hill up as I went, and I got to the top of each container and I can't really hill up anymore. So I put down the straw. We don't want any light to get to our potatoes. So we don't want them to turn green and not be very usable for us. This is pretty, well, actually it's not super dry in there. We have got some rain this week. I'm not going to water today because we're supposed to get a lot of storms in just a bit and a lot of good rain overnight, maybe about 8 hours of rain. I really can't wait though. Cannot wait to see how this potato experiment turned out. So let's see, how many bags do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I just got 6 bags. So that's going to be a super fun video. Can't wait to do that with you guys. Can't wait to see what we have. I kind of want to stick my hand down in there and just kind of feel around. Should I? How about we'll try, I don't know. Should I? There's a bunch of spiders over here too. Maybe just gently kind of fill in there. I'm not feeling anything in the top 4 inches in that little spot. So we'll just wait. We'll wait for the reveal. They still have a little bit of time. I mean, they're still got some green growth, so we're not really close. But I do know they flowered, so that's good. Just wait for them all to die back. Then we'll come and harvest. Do a quick little peek around here, and then we're going to get into the garden. This is red. Is it red? Goat's beard, I think that's what it is. I think I started this from seed this year. That is beautiful. I love it. Wonder if I planted any of this at my house. I put some into a grow bag so we would have it for when we move. It looks like I'm growing some really wild weeds over here too. Okay, we're not going to do much over here today. We're just going to get into the garden because I've got a lot of things to take care of. all these guys will get watered tonight. So let's head to the garden. It looks like everything here at Ivy's is growing so beautifully. Look at those sunflowers. I bet they're 20 plus ish, maybe 18, 20 feet high. Her corn looks great. And where we're going to be working to begin with the beans, it's going to be back there. And it looks like I timed it really nicely because it looks like I'm going to get some shade. So that's wonderful because it is so hot today. I'm going to guesstimate the real fill right now is probably, I don't know, 95, 98. Very humid, so humid. So I will check on our Roma tomatoes, see if there's anything I need to do for them today. We're going to plant our edamame beans, and we're going to use some cardboard for weed control. I am going to make a TP trellis out of bamboo and try growing some jelly melons for my youngest daughter. I have such horrible luck at my house, so Ivy agreed to let me try it here. And then also she said I could try my experiment of transplanting honeydew melons somewhere up in this area. So got lots of cardboard with me to help with the weeds, and we're gonna get started. Oh, well, I also brought some celosia that I dug up when I was thinning one of my beds the other day. We're gonna plant that with, I don't know, maybe the beans, maybe the honeydew. We'll just see. I've got a few different things here to show you guys. So let me get the electric fence turned off. We'll get inside. Priority one though is going to be to get these poor honeydew melon seedlings into the ground. Look at them. I mean, I just dug them up right before I left. They haven't been out of the ground that long, and they look like they're dying already. This may not work. I mean, they were pretty big little seedlings. I tried to dig a big hunk of the soil around them so I wouldn't disturb the roots, but obviously I have. I'm going to go ahead and plant those first, get all my water moved over there, and get started. So I just included a few steps, picture steps of what I just did, and I don't know if I'm going to voice over that part or not, but basically I put down some very low quality bagging material, like let's say paper bag type material. Made a nice ovally type circle-y shape, punctured holes all through that, wet it, then I started putting down soil. So I got this garden soil organic premium blend on clearance at Target the other day for $3. So I made a mound, like an oval shaped mound with that, watered it. Then I gently placed the seedlings that I brought from my house into, not really into any kind of like holes or anything. I just kind of laid them on top, and then I built up around it some. And if I'm a bedding person, I'm going to say the one on the right may take. I'm very doubtful about the one on the left, but I could be wrong. And then I just kind of filled in more of the oval shape with more of this soil. I used already 3 gallons of water. I will probably put another 2 gallons down in this area right before I leave today. And tonight, well, it looks like we will get some rain. Please, we will pray that we get rain. So that is why I wanted to get this done today, much to my husband's dismay, because we have a lot of other things we need to get done at our house. I felt like it was important to try this today before we get all the rain. So now it's off to make the bamboo TP for the jelly melon. An okay spot where I can put my jelly melon TP. This is a simple thing that you can do. I just ordered these TP rubber holders off of Amazon. You can get a whole bag for a reasonable price. I'll show you what they look like on the top. They come in different hole varieties. This is just a 3-hole variety, and you can put 3 poles together. Bamboo, tomato stakes, something narrow enough that will fit in there and it's sturdy. So I'm going to get the soil down there prepared. I'm going to do a weird experiment that I may have to repeat in like a month, but I wanted to see if I could put carrots inside of this TP. Now, remember, it is hot and humid, and it's not the right time of year to grow carrots. But I'm also going to put a couple scarlet runner beans on these poles, with the jelly melon seeds, and I want to see if it will create enough shade to give enough shadow and coolness inside of that teepee to maybe grow something that is more tolerant of cooler temperatures. So I don't know. That's just an experiment, and I may have to come back in a month and reseed, because I'm doubtful that these carrots will actually germinate in this high heat. But you never know. And I have a package of dollar store carrot seeds someone gave me, so I thought, let's just try. It's an experiment. This is how we learn. You can see Ivy's teepee that she made from just branches, more like large tree branches from the woods, is working great for her cucumber. Oh, she's got some silver slicers over there. I have not even started my silver slicer seeds, and I think I'll do that today because I love those. And I don't have any growing, and she does, and they look so pretty. Okay, so let's get busy. I'm going to take my shovel and I'm going to like pierce the soil all in this area and get it kind of broken up a bit. You can see that she's got horseradish everywhere that I'm trying to work around and not bother. There's our poor little honeydew melons over there. We'll check back. Definitely stay tuned, because I will have an updated video here in about a week or two on how things are growing. All right, there we go. This experiment is complete. I've got on that far pole true lemon cucumber. And then these two closer poles are both jelly melon, carrot seeds in the middle, and then two scarlet runners on the two front poles as well. Okay, so I did the backwards thing. I worked in the full sun first, and I did get those two projects done. The TP, and where is the honeydew attempt at transplanting. So I'm going to cool off, get something to drink, and then we're going to head over into the shady part where the tomatoes are. My daughter's already been over there looking for hornworms for me, and she found quite a few tomatoes that have the army worms or cutworms buried inside. We're going to take those to the chickens and see if there's anything we can pick, and then we're going to plant our edamame and be done. Whew. It's probably close to 5 o'clock, but it is still so hot. So now I'm inside the fence, and I do see some of my Supremo Romas are red. So I will take a couple of those with me, the red ones. I'll leave the ones that are still blushing, unless they're, you know, super blushed. Then I will take them. And these three here are the Ace 55. And I wanted to tell y'all about something. I'm noticing this at home with my tomatoes. And someone I was watching the other day said, if you see this, see how the stem has a brown ring around the top, then you probably have a lot of like stink bug action going on. So I'm going to look for the little puncture holes. And I think there's one there. I don't know if it's stink bugs or squash bugs, but you know, they puncture into there and suck out the juice. And I guess when that happens, it causes some dehydration up at the top, or it to pull away from the stem. So I don't know if that's true. I just heard that from someone, and I am finding a lot of that in my garden this year. So comment below if you know. But there's some of my stuff over there in that nice shady spot. Behind the tomatoes, where all the weeds are, is where I need to put my edamame. So Ivy offered to lend me some of her tools to weed, but I'm going to try my quick and easy method of cardboard because it's hot and I'm not really into weeding that much. I would rather do cardboard. So she's cool with that. So I'm going to try, and I'm going to take some pictures or video and show you how that's coming along. And we better get started because it's getting late. Over here, it looks really overwhelming to get started, and it really is because it's so hot. But I really do want a freezer full of edamame for winter. So middle of July, I'm just going to have to suck it up and get over there and do it. So I'm going to start with a walkway before we plant because I don't want to step on a snake. A pathway from the tomato area. And I've just been laying down a perimeter cardboard and walking on top of it because the grass weeds here are about, I don't know, 12 inches tall. So I'm going to walk another round or two around and smush this down. And then the center area is where we're actually going to plant the edamame. And I brought over some celosia from my house that I'm going to like interplant with the beans for some companion planting. Now I have seen a couple yellow jackets flying around. Oh, there's one. So I'm hoping they don't have a home around here in the ground, because they're not going to like me disturbing them. And they might try to sting me. So we'll bring enough of this thin, papery cardboard stuff. I thought I had enough to make a really long strip overlapping. So I think I'm just going to wet it, put some of my dirt in a zigzag pattern, and then we're going to puncture through to the ground and put our seed in, and about a ½ inch or an inch of this dirt on top of each edamame seed. And then we're going to be done. And then I'll just come back and deal with these weeds on another day. At least I can walk here. This is manageable compared to, 15 minutes ago, it was just tall weeds. So I think this will get us started, and then I'll just have to do some weed control here in the next couple weeks. We'll see. Maybe the seeds won't even germinate. Hopefully they will. They're seeds I bought 2 years ago. Let's just pray. I'm going to start with my celosia transplants that I brought over and do kind of a perimeter, maybe every 8 inches on the outer edges. So it will be kind of planted in with the grass, but I can take care of that later when I weed. Just leave the celosia behind. It didn't turn out as pretty as I was envisioning. I'm going to water everything super good. I've got 2 gallons of water here. Then we're just going to wait on the rain for tonight and next couple days. Hopefully this will be a viable edamame crop, but we will see. And I will keep you updated, guys. I hope you're having a great gardening day.